You're watching DD The Defense Dynamics. I am Danveer from New Delhi, connecting to our viewers from India and around the world. We seldom get to listen into India's highest military minds. What is their worldview and how do they visualize India's defense preparedness is something that interests us all. Conceptualizing all this very recently, India's Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan, in his speech at a conference held at New Delhi stated that the world is in most violent phase of its existence ever since World War II. Therefore, the question is India prepared to tackle this violent phase, especially the disruptions taking place in India's neighborhood? In next half an hour, I will try to explain this puzzle to you and much more.
In my view, I think the world is actually in the most violent phase of its existence ever since World War II.
What do we understand by defense preparedness? Well, India's defense preparedness is a multifaceted strategy aimed at ensuring national security and territorial integrity. In other words, ensuring protection of countries' boundaries from external intervention or internal fragmentation. It involves maintaining a well-equipped and a trained military force, developing indigenous defense technologies and fostering strategic alliances. To begin with, India has a strong armed forces structure. It has the Indian Army, which is the largest branch, responsible for land-based operations. It is equipped with range of infantry, armored vehicles, artillery, and the missile systems. The Indian Navy focuses on maritime security and power projection with aircraft carriers, submarines, and a variety of surface vessels. The Indian Air Force ensures air superiority and provides support to ground and naval forces. It operates a mix of fighter jets, transport aircraft, and helicopters. India also has a large strength of paramilitary forces that includes the Border Security Force or the BSF, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, the ITBP, the Central Armed Police PF, amongst others. They all form part of internal security architecture in addition to border management. India has been investing heavily in modernizing its armed forces by acquiring advanced weaponry, upgrading existing platforms, and enhancing cyber and space capabilities. India also maintains a credible minimum deterrence posture with its nuclear triad. Which includes land-based ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and the air-launched nuclear weapons. The country follows a no-first-use policy, emphasizing the use of nuclear weapons only in retaliation against a nuclear attack. India has forged strategic partnerships with several countries, including the United States, Russia, France, and Israel, all to enhance its defense capabilities through joint exercises, transfer of technology, and procurement of advanced systems. The participation in multilateral defense forums such as the Quad, which includes the United States, Japan, and Australia alongside India, reflects India's commitment to maintaining regional stability and countering emerging threats. In the space domain, Indian Space Organization or the ISRO and the Defense Research and Development Organization, the DRDO, collaborate on projects like anti-satellite weapons and military satellites for communication, surveillance and reconnaissance. India's internal security strategy involves counter-terrorism operations, counter-insurgency efforts in the regions like Jammu and Kashmir and the Northeast, and dealing with left-wing extremism in heart of India.
India faces several challenges, including managing its vast and diverse borders, addressing national security threats, balancing relations with neighboring countries. Hence, modernization of its forces is the only option. Coupled with all these, the fact that niche defense technology transfer is near impossible through the import route. India is fast developing them of her own.
For a large nation like India, with plenitude of security problems, it cannot remain dependent on foreign imports for warfighting and sustenance, especially in an environment where the global security environment is in a state of flux and we have live borders at hand. India's quest for Indianization and Atmanirbharta is central to maintaining this strategic autonomy.
In the financial year 2023-24 just gone by, India has had major breakthroughs in various cutting-edge technologies across the spectrum. Pralay Tactical Ballistic Missile is a surface-to-surface, short-range ballistic missile designed for precision strikes against enemies' command centers, radar installations, and logistic nodes. It has a range of approximately 150 to 500 kilometers, and its high accuracy makes it a formidable asset with the Indian Armed Forces. Autonomous Flying Wing Technology Demonstrator is a major step forward in DRDO's effort to develop an indigenous stealth unmanned combat aerial vehicle, or the UCAVs. It is basically a flying wing design that reduces radar cross-section, enhancing its stealth characteristics. K4 Submarine Launch Ballistic Missile, or the SLBM, is an indigenous intermediate range submarine launch ballistic missile. It is designed for deployment of India's Arhant class nuclear submarines. The K4 missile enhances the second strike capability of India's nuclear triad. It has a range of approximately 3,500 kilometers and is capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. Akash Prime Missile, an upgraded version of Akash surface-to-air missile system. The Akash Prime is designed to provide improved air defense capabilities against the aerial threats, including fighter aircrafts, drones and cruise missiles. The quick-range surface-to-air missiles, or the QRSAMs, are highly mobile short-range air defense system designed to protect moving armor or the moving tank columns from the aerial threats. It can engage targets at a range of up to 30 kilometers and at an altitude of up to 10 kilometers. Man-portable anti-tank guided missiles, or MP-ATGMs. This is a third-generation anti-tank guided missile. The MP-ATGM is a lightweight man-portable missile system designed for infantry use. It features a fire and forget capability, allowing a soldier to strike enemy tanks and armored vehicles from a very safe distance. Next generation anti-radiation missile, or the Rudram 3, is an advanced anti-radiation missile designed to target enemy radar and communication systems. Rudram 3 is an air-launched missile that can be deployed from a variety of Indian Air Force platforms, including the Sukhoi MKI and the Rafale fighters. Helena and Dhruvastra is a helicopter launch version, and Dhruvastra is a ground-based version of an advanced anti-tank guided missile system. Both variants are equipped with tandem HEAT, or the high explosive anti-tank warheads, or the twin explosive warheads, one behind the other. The Smart Anti-Airfield Weapon, or the SAW, a precision-guided glide bomb designed to destroy enemy airfields and other hardened targets. The SAW is an advanced weapon designed for deep penetration and destruction of enemy airfield infrastructure, including runways, bunkers, and aircraft hangars. It can be launched from various Indian Air Force platforms and features a range of 100 kilometers. Naval Anti-Ship Missile, or the NASM-SR. It's a short-range, air-launched anti-ship missile for Indian Navy. NASM-SR is designed for deployment from naval helicopters and aircrafts. It provides Navy with an indigenous capability to engage enemy ships with high precision at a range of up to 55 kilometers.
India has shed the image of being world's largest arms importer, and it has now moved towards being an arms exporter. The statistics of defense production and defense exports in the financial year 2023-24 have shown a remarkable performance by the Indian defense industry.
There is a saying that in every challenge there lies an opportunity, in every cloud there is a kind of a silver lining. These disruptions have presented an opportunity for the global defense arms manufacturers, including the ammunition industry, including Indian one. Demand for exports which is coming up, I think there is enough room not only for the defense PSUs but also for the private industry.
In the financial year 2023-24, India had a record defense production. The value of defense production in the financial year 22-23 crossed the figure of rupees 1 lakh crore for the first time ever. It was 95,000 crores in the previous financial year, that is 21-22. Through consistent policy initiatives of the tremendous contribution of defense industry, defense exports have also reached an all-time high. It may be recalled that the defense exports have touched a record high of rupees 21,083 crores in financial year 2023-24, thus reflecting a growth of 32% the last fiscal, when the figure was rupees 15,020 crore. Today, India is exporting Made in India arms to over 85 countries, a transformation from world's one of the largest arms importer to an arms exporter country in just flat 10 years. Indian defense industry has shown its capability of design and development to the world, with 100 firms exporting defense products at present. India aims to be a leader in cutting-edge defense technologies to meet its future envisaged security challenges. Ever compromise with its monopoly over cutting-edge technology, which implies that the technology has to be homegrown. India's Defense Research and Development Organization, the country's premier agency responsible for development of defense technologies across various domains, is working on futuristic technologies for world-class weapon system. Here are some of the ongoing major projects. The Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, or the AMCA, is a 5th generation stealth fighter aircraft. Ballistic Missile Defense Program is a multi-layered missile defense system to protect India against incoming ballistic missile threats from China and Pakistan. Agni missiles are a family of long-range ballistic missiles which can target the enemy territories right up to 5,000 kilometers. BrahMos 2 is a hypersonic cruise missile with a speed of Mach 7.8. It is a next-generation missile. Akash NG, or the next generation, is an upgraded version of Akash surface-to-air missile system. The Unmanned Combat Aerial Vehicle, or the UCAV, Ghatak, is an indigenous stealth unmanned combat aerial vehicle. INS Arhant class submarine SSBN are the nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines. the K-5 and the K-6 submarine launched ballistic missiles, or the SLBMs are long-range submarine launched ballistic missiles for deployment on the SSBNs or the nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, and are expected to have ranges exceeding 5,000 kilometers. Anti-satellite weapons or the ASATs have capabilities to neutralize enemy satellites in space, thus deny enemy a capability to generate advanced information of India's activities from the space. Arjun Mark 1A and the future main battle tank, the FMBT, is an advanced main battle tank for the Indian Army on the drawing board. Netra AEW and C, that is Airborne Early Warning and Control Systems, are an indigenous airborne early warning and control system that are mounted on the Amber aircraft.
Now moving on to our next story, the Tarang Shakti. Tarang Shakti is a multinational air exercise organized by the Indian Air Force. This exercise involves a wide spectrum of aerial tactics and maneuver. It would involve aircrafts from diverse range of countries including France, Germany, Australia and Greece, and different type of aircrafts like the Rafale, Typhoon, F-18 and the F-16s, thus showcasing a global scale of event.
This exercise aims to strengthen strategic relations with our friends from international community. Complex missions are planned to enhance our mutual understanding of air operations, air power application, and also practicing multiple combat scenarios in the realistic environment.
The highly anticipated Tarang Shakti air combat exercises commenced at Sulur in Tamil Nadu on 6th of August. It is India's first ever multinational air combat exercise. Some of the most renowned and sophisticated aircrafts are participating in this exercise. This includes India's Rafales and Eurofighter Typhoon. Additionally, aircraft from other nations including Germany, the United Kingdoms and Spain are also taking to the skies. This exercise brings together air forces from various countries to engage in joint operations, enhancing interoperability, cooperation and mutual understanding among participating nations. The exercise aims at strengthening military-to-military relations and improve the tactical skills of the air forces involved. The French, German, Spanish and the United Kingdom Air Force are participating in the first phase of this exercise. The international participation in exercise Tarang Shakti is truly impressive. 6 countries participating in phase 2, that is to be held at Jodhpur, are Australia, Bangladesh, Greece, Singapore, the United Arab Emirates and the United States of America with their assets. The phase 2 of this mega exercise Tarang Shakti is going to take place in Jodhpur from August 19 to September 12. This will take place after conclusion 14th. In all, a total of 67 fighters and military aircrafts from 10 countries with observers of 18 others would have participated in this exercise. The exercise aims at enhancing India's military interoperability and strategic partnership with global air forces. In this exercise Tarang Shakti, India has deployed 75 to 80 fighter aircrafts. Amongst these are India-made light combat aircraft Tejas and light combat helicopter Prachand. The exercise aim is to build mutual trust, explore further avenues for interoperability and share best practices, thereby strengthening our strategic relations with friendly.
Sheikh Hasina's ouster will not only have an enormous effect on Bangladesh, but will also rattle the geopolitics of the subcontinent. That includes India. Bangladesh has been a key ally to India since Hasina came to power in 2009. But with her exit and new military-backed interim government in place, not just security but trade ties could also get affected. Though the situation is still evolving, and what action the new interim government takes with respect to India, that has to be seen. However, it is highly likely that there are restrictions on movement of people and goods between the two countries.
We are closely analyzing all aspects of recent developments in Bangladesh.
New Delhi's relations with Dhaka have often been stressed when Bangladesh National Party or the BNP ruled Bangladesh with Khalida Zia as the Prime Minister. The United Liberation Front of Assam, ULFA, and several other insurgent organizations operating in the northeast were allowed to set up bases in Bangladesh to prepare militants for carrying out attacks in India. After Hasina returned to power in year 2009, she reversed the policy of BNP government. Tacit cooperation between security agencies of Bangladesh and India resulted in the arrest of many insurgents. Hasina, however, took advantage of Bangladesh's growing geostrategic importance of late amidst the India-China strategic rivalry and opened up the door for China to invest in many projects in her country, as per a report by Deccan Herald. Thus, the current situation in Bangladesh throws up several challenges before India, which is our immediate neighborhood. New Delhi seems to be worried about possibility of rise of extremism in Bangladesh with Hasina and her Awami League party out of power. Some of the radical organizations in Bangladesh have links with Lashkar-e-Taiba, other terrorist outfits based in Pakistan, as well as with Pakistan Army Spy Agency, the Inter-Services Intelligence or the ISI, which might like to expand its activities in the eastern neighbor of its arch-enemy India.
I feel that not only US and China both should be involved in this along with Pakistan. US wanted St. Martin Island to establish a base to look at the Chinese presence in Indian Ocean. But Sheikh Hasina's government flatly refused. China wanted near Andaman Nicobar to have a track on Indian movement of Indian naval ships near and around Andaman Nicobar. But Bangladesh refused.
India has extended 3 lines of credit to Bangladesh since 2016, amounting to $8 billion for development of rail, road, shipping and port infrastructure. In November 2023, 2 joint projects, the Akhura-Agartala cross-border rail link and Khulna-Mongla port rail link, were inaugurated. This has cut down travel time by train between Agartala and Kolkata by 31 hours to 10 hours. Any disruption in Indo-Bangladesh ties could restrict India's access to Northeast, which is connected to mainland India through Chicken's Neck, that is, the area between Bengal and Assam.
Our railroad river connectivity given to Bangladesh has worked wonders. For us, it was cost saving to send our goods to our northeastern states.
Amid the uncertainties in Bangladesh, there is a noticeable shift towards alternate manufacturing hubs as a strategic move by companies to diversify their production bases and reduce dependency on a single market. It is observed that Indian textile hub Tirupur, known for its robust textile and apparel manufacturing capabilities, may now emerge as a key beneficiary with this shift in Bangladesh.
I think even if it comes to India because of the current instability in Bangladesh, it will not last for long. Because once the stability comes back, then certainly Bangladesh will again be a preferred destination for big business houses in the textile industry.
With this, we come to the end of this episode. But before I go, here is my take. The growing influence of China in the region, particularly in the region of Indian Ocean, and the continuing tensions with Pakistan pose significant strategic challenges. These challenges increase manifold with events of major political disruptions as seen in the Maldives earlier and now witnessed in Bangladesh. To meet this unprecedented levels of challenge, in India's immediate neighborhood, India has to keep the diplomatic efforts going in order to mitigate the adverse effect and fallouts alongside maintaining high standards of defense preparedness as a measure of deterrence. A combination of military strength, technological innovation, strategic alliances, and effective diplomacy are the need of the hour to protect nations' interests and ensure regional stability. See you next week with new stories and their analysis. And thanks for watching. Do post your comments on social media with hashtag DD with Danvi. Goodbye and take care.